came on ahead. It must be a burden to carry that fame. That's a nice #1 ranking. Just don't get the tattoo yet. See, you still have to play the game. We are the underdogs. We are the underdogs. Maybe you beat us last time, that we should bow down before you. But we forgot that part about fear. We came a long way to play here. We came a long way to cheer. And we refuse to disappear.
Coming to you live from points across Portland, Oregon, this is Comedy Sports. Please welcome to the screen your visiting team for tonight's match, the Blue Team, featuring Johanna, Sweet, and Lowenberg. Chris, Cross, Crotty. And Team Captain, Jamie, the Fool Montgomery. Now welcome to the screen your home team for tonight's match, the Red Team, featuring Nick Uptime Condon, Amy Zing Gray, and Team Captain Rachel Jolly Rogers. Now welcome to the screen your referee for tonight's match, Matt Do the Russell.
Hello everyone and welcome! So glad to have you here at the Comedy Sports Portland Virtual Arena, here on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else your streaming comedy comes from. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tonight is actually the 50th match that I personally have refereed over Zoom in the past year and a half. So I'm super excited to be here and to be doing this with some great people and having a lot of fun. Let's look over and let's see who we have in attendance tonight. Hello Caitlin, hello Derek, Ingrid, John, Laura, Nathan, Robcat, Steve, always good to see you, and Tom, great to have you here. If you're not in the Zoom, that's the only way you can vote. So if you're watching on another social media platform, in the chat section of there or in the description, click that Zoom link, join now so you can vote on who wins the points. Why is voting important? A lot of reasons, but tonight it's so we know who wins. So, my name is Matt. I'm your referee. I have 2 jobs to do tonight. I'm going to keep making sure that the show runs smoothly, running it as a competition, running it as improv, running it as all of that, getting suggestions from you in the chat. So if right now you want us to practice just throwing some suggestions of categories or anything like that into chat, that would be awesome. Let's practice getting some suggestions that way. My second job is to call the fouls. At Comedy Sports, we have over 9,000 fouls, which I can't go over with you all right now. If you want to see more of that, go ahead and find the book. It's hidden in the mountain somewhere, and if you find it, you get a prize. But the 2 fouls we will be focusing on are the out-of-bounds foul. That's the first one. The out-of-bounds foul happens when anybody says anything too rude, crude, lewd, racist, sexist, Marxist, any form of phobic, anything like that. The offending player will have to wear a brown paper bag over their head or do some other form of punishment, and their team will lose points. The second foul we focus on is the cat foul. If anybody ever has a cat near them, and it makes noise, they have 10 seconds to show us that cat. That's how it works, because I want to see some cats tonight. So that's the fouls. I'm warmed up because it's about 90 degrees where I'm at, and I'm wearing polyester. Players are warmed up, and that leaves one group of people to warm up, and that's all of you watching wherever you're watching from. And so right now, I want to take you at your word. I want you to get as excited as possible, all right? But before we do that, I have some other people to introduce. Let's give it up for our chat goddess, Marianne Rambo. How you doing, Marianne?
Hey, Matt. Hey, I am so honored to be a part of your 50th Ref show tonight. Match tonight. I said show instead of match, didn't I? But you know what I meant.
I did, and I won't tell Branding if no one else does.
No,
That's
no,
our
don't
secret,
tell LL.
everyone.
But I'm so honored to be here, and you, of course, look fantastic with a glorious beard again.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I just conditioned it. Yeah.
It shows. It really does.
Right? It's nice. It feels light.
Yes.
So it's good to hear from you, Marianne. Also, doing all of our tech stuff tonight, we got the wonderful, the one, the only Jay. How are you doing, Jay?
It's about 90 where I am, too. But look, there's the virtual arena.
Oh, look at it. It's so virtual, and it's brought to you by a 1996 Honda Accord. Let's go ahead now and let's check in with our announcer, my very good friend, somebody who I've had the pleasure of getting to know more so throughout all of this stuff. It's Bobby Sox Rathbone. How you doing, Bobby?
We're doing well. We're currently practicing for singles boxing. I asked my coach if he thought I would be good at singles boxing, and he said, go ahead, knock yourself out.
Oh, there's nothing to beat yourself up over. So, I tried.
Already. Oh, my goodness.
So, the reason why I asked you to get your suggestions in there is because our first game is going to be using those categorical suggestions. But now it's time to warm up. So, now that you're ready to go and we've met everybody, right now I want everybody just to start applauding at home, just like a little golf clap. Yeah, I don't care if it looks weird or if your roommates look at you. Come on, take it to a 2. Get loud, everybody. Let's go to a 3. Let's go to a 4. We're at a 5. Let's bring both captains on the screens. Woo! Oh, man. This is a Sophie's choice as who's my favorite captain tonight. I'm going to choose Sophie. So, Rachel and Jamie, welcome. Normally we start with a coin toss. However, I'm afraid of change. So instead of a coin toss, we're going to play a very fun game of newscaster turn and smile. So each of you are going to go ahead and turn around, and when Bobby announces your name like a newscaster, you're going to have to do your best turn and smile. And whoever does the best newscaster turn and smile will go ahead and go first in our opening game of categories. So, Jamie, you'll start us off. So, Bobby, will you please announce them as if they're newscasters?
It's 6 o'clock and time for the action news with your anchors, Jamie, the Full Montgomery, and Rachel, Jolly Rogers.
I'm going to say this. The one that I would probably watch more because I was intrigued by it was Rachel's. Because I want to know what news happens there.
Jamie has left. Oh.
Jamie, great job. Hers was just weird.
Matt, this is officially my favorite coin toss ever.
Thank you. So, Rachel, your team is going to go first in our opening game of categories. Let's go ahead and get all the players on the field. And while they're doing that, I'll explain the game. What's going to happen is I'll utilize your categories, and when I say somebody's name, they'll say something that falls into that category. And if that item sparks my interest to a new category, I'll say, which is also, and then they'll tell me the new category it falls into. And if they ever stutter, stumble, hesitate, or anything like that, I'll tell them to leave the screen. And they will, and we'll still give them applause, because we still love them. They're just not winning their team any points for that. So, players, are you ready for the game of categories?
Yes.
And what is the first category we have there, chat goddess Marianne?
Absolutely. From Rob Cast, I'm going to take, he said mountains of the Northwest, but I'm feeling generous for the first round, so I'm just going to say mountains.
All right, mountains is your suggestion. I'm going to turn camera off so the focus is on you. Mountains, let's go ahead and let's begin with you. Rachel.
Mount Hood.
Jamie.
Vesuvius.
Nick.
Denali.
Johanna.
Everest.
Amy.
Doom.
Which is also
The real name of a Jedi.
real names of Jedis. Chris.
Ralph Sampson.
Jamie.
Luke.
Rachel.
Anakin for a little bit.
Johanna.
Sharonda.
Nick.
Yoda.
Which is also
Flavored beverage.
flavored beverages. Chris.
Ginger ale.
Jamie.
Yoo-hoo.
Rachel.
Right.
Amy.
La Croix.
Johanna.
Fruit punch.
Which is also
Move in judo.
Oh, I don't think it actually is. I'm sorry. You're going to have to leave. But thank you so much for joining us. Let's get another category. Another category from you, Amy. Oh, sorry, Marianne.
You got it. I'm going to go with Derek's suggestion of sports teams.
Sports teams. Let's go ahead and start with Nick.
Twins.
Chris.
The New York Cosmos.
Rachel.
The Portland Pickles.
Amy.
The University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee Panthers.
Jamie.
Chicago Bears.
Which is also
The name of a sitcom.
made up sitcom names. Let's go ahead, Rachel.
A lot of people in a little place.
Nick.
Strangely affordable apartment.
Which is also
The plot of Friends.
plot lines from Friends. Chris.
That one with the penguin.
Amy.
That one with the monkey.
Rachel.
That one where they play football.
I don't think they ever played football. None of them look athletic enough for me. I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm kicking you out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ref is always right.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ref also does not have HBO Max. HBO Max, you can find that episode.
Oh, that's weird. Comedy Sports Portland is sponsored by HBO Max. Use our promo code. It's also hidden with the book in the mountain. So let's go ahead and what's another category, Marianne?
Absolutely. Loyal fan Steve has suggested strange occupations.
These are occupations that I will find strange. Let's go ahead and start with you, Amy.
Dew sweeper.
Jamie.
Chicken sexer.
Chris.
The guy who crawls inside the airplane wing that's actually a fuel tank and he cleans it out.
Nick.
Yo-Yo Master.
Amy.
Egg sander.
Which is also
The name of a math teacher.
ooh, names of math teachers. Chris.
Mr. Gregerson.
No, Mr. Gregerson was a Jedi. I'm sorry, Chris, you're out of here.
I remember him.
He was a Twi'lek. Can we get another category there, Marianne?
Absolutely. This one coming from John. It is types of soup.
Types of soup. Amy.
Cold.
Nick.
Gazpacho.
Sorry, Amy just said cold soup, and gazpacho was a cold soup. You're out of here, Nick.
Thank you.
Oh. Gazpacho. It's tomato juice that you eat with a spoon.
Or a fork.
Depending upon your family's views. Call back to warm-ups. Okay. Go ahead and give Amy and the red team, give the red team 1 point, but Amy gets 3. So, let's go ahead. What is our final category for categories there, Marianne?
Our final category from Rob Cat is playground games.
Playground games. Let's go ahead. We're just going to go back and forth, starting with Jamie.
Hopscotch.
Hide and seek.
Tiddlywinks.
Red Rover.
Tag.
Jamie, which is also
A movie.
movies. Amy.
Ordinary people.
Star Wars.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Sorry, the movie's title is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
No! I started talking and I knew I didn't know.
I'm sorry, Amy, you're out, but you did get your 3 points and get the red team 1 point. But 5 points go over to the blue team. What does that make our score there, Bobby?
That's going to bring our score to 5 for the blue, 3 for Amy, and 1 for the red. This scoring update brought to you by Yoda Soda. Yoda Soda. Enjoy it as you watch the day go by.
I love you all so much. Jamie, your team is in the lead. So come back onto the field, Captain Jamie!
Hey!
Captain Jamie, what game are you going to choose to play?
Strangely enough, I could only think of one movie.
It was Tag, of all the movies.
That was it. It's Star Wars. So we're going to play the game of My Movie.
Oh, perfect. Let's make up some more movies. Let's get everybody onto the screen. While they're doing that, can you please put up some 2-letter initials into chat? What's going to happen? Sorry, my mouth is very dry.
It's true.
It is true. I love that pomegranate crystal light. So what's going to happen is you're going to be giving us the titles of new movies where these 2 letters are the primary words, or the primary first letters of the words in the title. If I like the title of the movie, I'll ask you to tell me a little bit more about it. And if I like what you tell me about it, I'll say, let's see a scene from it. And then we'll go back to it. So, Marianne, what is the first set of initials?
Our first set of initials from Loyal Fan Steve is SP.
SP are the initials. Players, are you ready for the game of My Movie?
Yes.
Chris, begin.
Sweeping Pablo.
Jamie.
Sipping popsicles.
Johanna.
Sit on a potato.
Tell me more about Sit on a Potato.
Okay, so the world is out of chairs, and everyone is trying to find an alternative, and the only thing that really works is like a mound of potatoes.
Let's see it.
Here you go, sir. Here's your...
Thanks. This will work just fine for graduation.
I didn't peel them.
That's fine. We don't mind. The parents don't mind. It's all good.
There might be a few tuber shoots there, here and there, too.
Ah, that's even better.
Oh, I prefer a turnip.
Here you go.
And that's time for that. Good job. Give it up for Sit on a Potato. Marianne, what's another set of initials?
Well, Loyal fans Dick and Jane have suggested LG.
LG. Let's go ahead and start with Jamie.
Looking good.
Johanna.
Losing goose down.
Chris.
Leaving the garage.
Jamie.
Little Goats.
Tell me more about Little Goats.
Little Goats is a soap opera that's based on the farmland.
Let's see the movie about a soap opera based on a farmland called Little Goats.
Billy, we're going to have to eat little Joey today. I'm sorry.
I found him.
I'm
No!
sorry.
That's time.
Enough little Joey to go to pasture.
Marianne, another set of initials.
We are going to go with Laura's suggestion of AC.
AC, something everybody wants right now. Let's start with you, Johanna.
Auto face work.
Jamie.
Amazing Children.
Chris.
Albie Circus.
Tell me more about Albie's Circus.
Well, it's a Neil Simon coming of age about Albie running away to the circus.
You had me at circus and you almost lost me at Neil Simon, but you brought me back. Let's see it.
This was me. I was only 12 years old, and I'd run away to the circus. That's when I met her. She was a trapeze artist who changed my life.
Hi.
Hi.
What
changed your life?
I know, huh? I like your ears.
I grew them myself.
Little did I know that she would grow up to be the most important politician of our times.
That's time! Big round of applause for the game of my movie. Be sure to check all of them out on Pluto TV, because that's where they'll be. Let's go ahead and keep that game in mind, because we're going to come back to vote on it in just a minute. Once again, if you haven't voted, if you're not in our Zoom chat, you can't vote. So be sure to click on the Zoom link in the links for your social media. And with all of that being said, let's go ahead and bring up Captain Rachel to the screen. Captain Rachel, how are you?
What's up?
Nothing much, I'm just living. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Excellent. Is there a game you want to play that you think you're going to do really well with?
Yeah, we would like to play New Choice.
Excellent choice of games.
Thank
For the
you.
game of New Choice, if you can put into chat different nouns, occupations, things like that, that would be great. What's going to happen, they'll do a scene. Anytime I say new choice, they are going to have to do a new choice. And they're going to have to keep doing it until I stop saying new choice, and then that becomes the reality of the scene. If that doesn't make sense, it'll make sense when you see the scene. And if it doesn't make sense after that, then, well, we tried our best. Chat Goddess Marianne, what's the suggestion we have here?
Well, we got right away. We got at the same time from John the suggestion of janitor, and from Dean the suggestion of squirrel. So I would really love to see a scene that involves both janitors and squirrels.
All right, this is we're going to be seeing new choice based on the suggestion of Squirrel Janitor. Red Team, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
Well, you got a problem, all right.
I don't know what to do. I keep the school as clean as I can, but them squirrels, they're driving me crazy.
No, don't beat yourself up about it, Brad. It's not your fault. Squirrels get in places when it starts getting cooler. That's just the way it is.
New choice, Amy.
Don't beat yourself up about it, Brad. Squirrels are mean.
New choice,
mess
Amy.
you up. Don't beat yourself up about it, Brian. I like squirrels. Maybe we can catch him and make him into, some pets, like the guinea pig that we lost in kindergarten last week.
If I catch those squirrels, I'm going to make them into stew.
New choice, Nick.
If I catch those squirrels, I'm going to make them to a necklace and I'm going to wear it around to show the other squirrels.
New choice, Nick.
If I catch those squirrels, I'm going to make them into fuzzy, furry slippers that I walk around in all day.
Cruel but fair.
That's right.
I think you'd look good in those, too.
New virtual
Hey,
filter.
janitor, I know where you can
Look.
find...
New virtual filter, Rachel.
Cruel but fair. But
Hey,
what?
janitor. I know where you can find those squirrels.
You know what? I don't normally listen to pigs, especially pigs named Bunny.
Somebody named me ironically.
New choice, Bunny.
Look, I was once a bunny and I grew into a pig.
New choice, Bunny.
I was named after my grandmother Bunny.
That makes sense.
And,
Listen, Bunny, we need you to help us find those squirrels.
yeah, I've got that information and I'm wondering what you can do for me.
Oh.
I've
New
been living
reaction,
here at the
Amy.
school.
How dare you?
New reaction.
What?
Yeah, what she said. What?
I've been living here at the school in the back behind the bleachers and no one's ever given me any food or a place to stay.
Well, to be fair, you have been staying under the bleachers, so that is a place to stay.
I didn't even know it existed until now.
That's time. Big round of applause for the game of New Choice. Oh man, Squirrel Janitors coming soon from Pixar. Let's go ahead and while we bring up our voting, any announcements, Marianne?
There is a show happening after this show, and if Jamie Montgomery is around, maybe he could pop his camera on and tell us a little bit more since he produced it.
Yes, tell us more, producer Jamie.
Hello, yes. The show after this show is called Grown Ups. It's a pun show where we get two teams and they tell puns to each other to try to make the other team laugh. It's super fun.
Wow. And who are our contestants tonight?
Our contestants are Rachel, and Rachel, two Rachels, and John, and myself.
So we got a team of Rachels and a team of Johns and Jamies?
Yes, a team of J's and a team of R's.
This sounds like it's going to be a real barn burner. And how much more do they have to pay to be part of this?
Oh my goodness. Guess what? It's free. What? And it's going to last about 20 minutes. And the jokes are family friendly. They're dad jokes.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Jamie.
And I have a fun fact for you as well. The other Rachel, we've got our own Rachel Rogers, but the other Rachel is the new artistic director for Comedy Sports Richmond, Rachel Garman Williams. And the other John is our very own John Squareman Lascaretz.
Yes.
I live with him and he didn't even tell me about that.
It was a secret.
Oh, John Last Secrets.
Nah.
Now, with that, what does that mean? Let's look at the scoring. It looks like the red team won that with a score of 73% of the vote. Blue team got 27. So let's go ahead and let's make that 7 for red, 2 for blue. What does that make our score?
That's going to bring our score to 8 for the red, 7 for the blue, and 3 for Amy. This scoring update brought to you by Lil John's Farm to Table Vegan Restaurant. Lil John's Farm to Table Vegan Restaurant. What do you want? Potatoes, carrots, turnips, or what?
I love you, Bobby. But we're going to have a talk after this. Anywho, we're now going into a refs option round where I get to pick the game. And I think that more than anything right now, what we need is some good old community building. And so we're going to have a town hall meeting. Can I get something that you would find in a junk drawer at home? If you could put that into chat while everybody else changes their names and whatnot and takes on character choices for a town hall meeting. And while we're doing that, Bobby, can you tell them about classes?
Why, yes, I can. Marianne, why don't you tell them all about classes?
Hey, fans, Comedy Sports has classes, and I love you, Bobby. We have a lot of classes coming up this week, I understand, is we have summer camp. Is that right, Matt?
No, summer camp.
Oh, did we hold off on summer camp because we're trying to be safe and smart?
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, you can find out what class offerings we have, including our upcoming Comedy Sports 101 for adults and some scene work coming up in November. Lots of great classes. Go to portlandcomedy.com. I'm also throwing some very specific links into the chat for you.
Thank you so much. Now, for the game of Town Hall Meeting, what's going to happen is all of our players are going to be concerned citizens. The red team are going to be for whatever item it is, and the blue team is going to be against whatever item it is, in terms of whether or not we're going to keep it in this town. Marianne, will you tell us what item we're debating tonight in our town hall meeting?
According to Dick and Jane, we are debating spatulas.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's get this and call this meeting to order. Everybody go ahead and come in and calm down. What's going to happen is we'll have somebody speak for the item and against the item. Do we have anybody who first would like to speak for spatulas?
Yes. Gelman, Rudy Gelman.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Gelman.
Yes, as you know, I am a proprietor of a restaurant supplies business. And I see a lot of people come in, I see a lot of people go out. A lot of people coming in without spatulas, leaving with spatulas. So, I mean, if I go through my receipts, I could. I'm not going to, but mind you, I could if I wanted to. I could come up with a precise number of people in this town who need spatulas and have got them at my store, Gelman's Restaurant Supply.
Excellent, and thank you so much.
There's
and
a
remember,
need. There's a need.
That's Gelman's, whatever you need. Let's go ahead and let's bring up somebody who is against the spatulas. And if everybody wants to turn on their camera so I can see all of you during this public discourse, that would be great. Thank you. Let's go ahead to Tony G. Tony G, tell us about why you are against spatulas.
All right, well, you know, me and the boys, we can make all sorts of things down here at the Iron and Steel Works. But, you know, this is an iron and steel town, but what is the modern spatula made of? It's made of aluminum, or as the British say, aluminium, all right? It uses very little steel and iron. So if you're going to go ahead and be pro-spatula, you might as be against Tony, you might as be against Raul, you might as be against Charlie over there and put them out of a job at the Steel and Iron Works because nobody wants a cast iron spatula. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tony.
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, sure. Let's go ahead. Chef Petit Chapeau. You're next.
So I will cook with the cast iron pans. I will cook with the cast iron pots all of the time. I love you and all of your people who are making all of these things. But I use a spatula to turn and flip all of the things. So I think they do not go, apart. They're not mutually exclusive, but they go hand in hand, or spatula and pan, as we say in the kitchen.
That old saying, hand in hand is spatula and pan. Thank you, Chef Chapeau. Sherman.
Can you see me?
Yes, Sherman. Yes, we can see you.
I don't like them. Can you hear me too?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, Sherman, your microphone and your camera is on.
Now you can see me. Okay, because I got my glasses on now. You can see me now. I'm gonna tell you what now. Them spatulas, there ain't a good thing to have around here because nobody likes to get the turners. You pick them up and you turn them. You do what we used to do in the olden days. I tell you what, you take your hands and you put your hands underneath to turn the pancake. Put some gloves on. Oh, let me put my glasses on so you can see me again. All right. Now you take that. Get them young whippersnappers out of here with them newfangled devices now.
Rudy, it looks like you had something to respond to that.
Yeah, I think before we go any further, we gotta commit to what we mean when we say spatula. It sounds like some people are talking about spatulas, some people are talking about flippers, and some people are talking about rubber scrapers. Now, those are not the same implements.
Maybe our local, another local can help us define what it is. Woodsworth, can you please help us out with that?
Mm-hmm. When I was a young whippersnapper, I used to sit in the kitchen and watch my mama. My mama would whip up the most valuable concoctions around. I took to writing poems about it, and that's what made me a poet. We can't get rid of any sort of spatula. They're all important to poetry.
I knew your mama. I knew her. That's why I left, because she used them old turners and stuff. I can't have them new devices around.
A poem ain't gonna feed your family. A job will.
Tanner, yes, it's your turn.
With all due respect, Rudy here, you got a point. And what I want to tell you right now is it doesn't matter what the implement is, I'm against them. Because I am a card-carrying union journeywoman from the Painters Union. And I can tell you how many paint jobs have I had to correct because people have been using their spatulas, their scrapers, their carrot peeler to get paint off the wall. It is ugly out there, people.
I will just say...
I hear what you're saying.
As an artist, asking me to cook without a spatula is asking, like, for you to paint without a brush. So...
Brushes are great. I got no problem with brushes.
Is a tool, is a tool, is a tool.
Yes, exactly what I'm saying.
All right, now before we go into the voting, for you to tell us whether you are pro-spatula by voting for red or anti-spatula by voting for blue, we will now give it to our normal 30 seconds of loud civil discourse and general hubbub from all of the townspeople. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and begin. 30 seconds starts now.
We don't need them spatulas.
Oh, general hubbub.
Decided to fight a
Monsieur
Crocodile. I'm not scared
waffles because you have a waffle iron.
All right. So we've heard all the arguments for and against spatulas. Fans, it's time to vote whether or not our city will ban them. Go ahead and vote now. And while that's happening, let's go ahead and let's talk to you about how you can help support our theater. Marianne, will you tell them how they can help us support Comedy Sports Portland?
I sure can. You can go to paypal.me CSC Portland. You can also Venmo at Patrick Short 4. Those links are in the chat. We've been doing this since March of 2020, these virtual shows, and we have never charged anyone a dime to watch. But if you are able and willing to support us, we would love for you to do that. If you're not, we're still delighted that you're here.
I don't. Thank you so much, Marianne. And I want to make sure that Jamie is okay because I wasn't sure if he poked himself in the eye as a bit or if that literally happened.
About that too, Jamie. What's going on there?
Who was the Jamie you're talking to?
All right, let's look at that scoring update. Blue team with 58%, red team with 42%. We are getting rid of spatulas, and we are giving the blue team 5. We're giving the blue team 7, the red team 5, and Amy 4.
Get them out. Get the spatulas out of here.
And what does that make our score there, Bobby?
That's going to bring our score to 14 for the blue, 13 for the red, 7 for Amy. This scoring update brought to you by the Ina Garten Spatula Emporium. Ina Garten Spatula Emporium. When reached about the discounts, Ina said, "I'm letting them go for practically nothing."
Thank you so much there, Bobby. And as I go back to my neutral background, wrong one, there it is. We are now going to go ahead and go back into another choice round. Let's bring up our winning captain to the field. Jamie. Do you know what sound a laser makes in a church?
No, what does it?
Pew, pew, pew.
Stay tuned after the show for Grown Ups.
Jamie, what game is your team going to choose to play?
We're going to play replay.
Excellent. Go ahead and get your team ready. While they're doing that, Marianne, can I get a suggestion of allow me to explain. Can I get in chat some suggestions of genres, animals, play styles, television genres, book styles, stuff like that. Just overall genres. Put them in chat. That's a lot of fun. While they're doing that, though, Marianne, can you give me a suggestion from a noun that was mentioned earlier that we didn't take?
I sure can. You know, we didn't take from Derek Oil Driller, and I don't think I've ever had that as a virtual suggestion before, so I would love to see that.
I've never had that as a suggestion at all. Good job.
Yay.
So Oil Driller is going to be the suggestion. They're going to do about a 45-second to 1 minute scene. I'll be back to explain the rest in a bit. Blue team, are you ready for replay with the suggestion of Oil Driller?
Yes.
Thank you, Spooky Chris. And begin.
I hear the oil. It's flowing right here. It's flowing right here. I'm going to be a rich woman. Ooh.
Ma!
Hey!
I heard it too, Ma!
Joey, you heard that oil? Sounded
Yes, I did, Mom.
Chugga, chugga, chug.
Yeah, we's gonna be rich, Mom. Now, I'm gonna get the shovel. We're gonna start digging right here in the cow pasture. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I like that can-do attitude.
Listen, you gotta make sure you keep that money to yourself. Get some legal protection.
What's that, Fireman Bob?
Well, that's right. See, when I founded the fire department, I got screwed out of my portion by the other firemen. You don't want to lose your oil, so I recommend a contract.
Fireman Bob, you get away from my mom.
Well,
He's giving us advice.
Last time he gave advice, the firehouse burned down.
And that's time. Okay, so Jamie, are you okay with me just giving you the suggestions for the replay styles?
Yes. Surprise us.
So a lot of things are being rebooted right now with different genres and different styles because that's how it works now. We're going to utilize your genres and your suggestions to have them replay that scene multiple times. First, we're going to go ahead and we are going to take 70s sitcom. We'll see this scene as though it was a 70s sitcom. Players, begin.
Do you hear that laugh track? I'm gonna be famous. And so, look, it's one of our biggest fans, Debbie.
Woo!
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mother. Gee Willikers, Ma.
Yeah, we're gonna be famous, honey. That means what? We can go drilling for oil.
Hot dog.
Yeah.
We're going to be rich by all richer standard. I'm going to go get the shovel, Ma. I love you.
That's why.
Well, I just happen to notice you have some new wealth coming.
Ooh.
Yes, I do.
And you know what I say to that? Adjudicate!
Hey.
Oh,
Fireman Bob. I've been waiting for you to come back around here, Fireman Bob.
You better respect this restraining order, or I might have to adjudicate!
That's time. Oh, I like that as a catchphrase. We're now going to go ahead and... Rob Cat and I said it at the same time. We're now going to see this in the style of cat videos. We're seeing this as though it's a cat video. Go ahead and begin.
oh, look, I'm gonna be famous. I've got the cutest cat in the world, honey. We can make some money off of this. Hurry. Oh. Yeah. Oh, you know. Yes, I hear you. You're not ready to take to the big screen. You just have to smile more. Can you do it?
That's time. Oh, I don't know what bit Chris was doing, but I knew it would have been good. So just imagine what the bit could have been. It's like Schrodinger's bit. We are going to now see this finally in the style of Sesame Street. So here we go with Sesame Street replay. Begin!
Hey kids, I'm going to teach you about the letter D. D is for drilling. Drilling oil. Oil can make you rich. And that's what your family wants, right? So you don't have to work a day in your life. D is also for day. And daughter, which I don't have.
Hi, Johanna. It's me, Gordon.
Hey, Gordon. How's your day?
I'm great. The letter of the word today is D. I heard you. That's fantastic. D is for drilling, and D is for don't stay here for too long. That's me, because I'm going to go get the shovel and show you how to drill and dig. I'll be back.
D is also for don't use a shovel when you can drill.
I'm feeling sad.
Oh, Daryl? Fireman Daryl? What's going on?
Well, we have to put out a lot of fires because of global warming.
And oil drilling.
Yeah, that's right.
We can use dirt to put out the fire. D is for dirt.
Or water.
That's time. Amy Gray just earned another 3 points. So keep those seeds in mind, and remember, kids, D is for dirt and D is for water. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up the winning impaired captain, Rachel Jolly Roger, to the screen. Bigger applause! Hey, go crazy! Oh my goodness gracious! For a second, we saw your paint tape, and they're going to know that you're not really in front of a giant Comedy Sports banner.
So embarrassing.
You're breaking the illusion, Rachel.
I didn't mean to let you guys know all my secrets tonight.
Mm-hmm. So, Rachel, what game are you going to play?
We're going to play Real World.
All right, go ahead and get your team ready for Real World. Can I get a well-known tourist attraction or city and chat? And what's going to happen is the red team is going to be doing a seed, an episode of Real World, and every so often I could say confessional, and that player will have to come forward and tell us their confessional, just like in Real World. Chat goddess Marianne, where are you taking?
Let's go with Juneau is what I'm liking right now.
So everybody, welcome back to Real World Juneau, Alaska, where improvisers stop being real and start finding truth in comedy. Begin.
Oh. Ah.
Look, I wouldn't go out there today if I were you. You know,
Why not?
the sea's real choppy. You know, and I'm not one to normally tell people not to go out in the water. But you know, if I were you, I wouldn't go out there today. Not not with your experience level.
You're not going to let that go, are you?
Look, you capsized 2 boats in 2 weeks. I gotta advise you against going out again.
But we brought them back. We bailed them out. They work.
Nick, confessional.
Look, I'm not one to tell people how to do or do not what they don't want to do. But what I don't want to do is lose another boat this week. That's for dang sure. So what I'm going to do, maybe I'll sell some bait. Maybe I'll just sit back and relax and crack some crabs, But what I don't want to send someone out to get hurt.
Look, I'm sorry about the boats. I have apologized about each boat several times. It's just that I don't like that you don't trust me.
Well, you know what? Maybe you should give me a reason to trust you. Huh?
Amy, confessional.
He gets under my skin, but I think it's because I kind of like the guy. It's true, I've done some things, and they were accidental things, and I deeply regret them, but still, I'm a good fisher person. If you just get me out there, I need to get out there, and I need him to say yes to me.
Yeah, I just got back from the water. I caught a ton of fish. Thanks for letting me use the boat, Nick.
Oh yeah, no problem. You know what? I can always trust you, and I always appreciate you sharing your fish with me, and happy to help you process that fish a little later on.
Thank you so much.
Hey, maybe you'd like to go out again and take me with you. I would love to go fishing with you. You could show me a lot.
Oh.
Rachel, confessional.
Okay, here's the thing. Amy, can't fish. Sometimes she'll be like, oh, is that a fish? And it's just a reflection on the water, and I don't know if I can have that kind of liability on board. Hard to trust someone like that.
Fish are my life.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, what are you doing tomorrow, I guess, then?
Fishing with you, right? I hope?
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess. Sure. Okay. Now that I'm doing you this favor, I wonder if there's something... Look, I guess I just don't want to have to scale all the fish.
Oh.
Amy, confessional.
So I got really excited because Sharon invited me out of the blue, onto the boat tomorrow, and she wants me to clean the fish. She wants me to clean all the fish, not just mine, but I'm pretty sure she wants me to clean her fish too, which I'm gonna do.
Bobby as the squatter in the house confessional.
I live up here sometimes when no one's paying attention, and when they're all out at sea, I kind of let myself out and I have waffles. It's a real good time. So I've been watching the boat, and they all seem to be right up close to it. So as soon as they get out into that sea and I see them disappear over the horizon, well, that's when old Jim in the old kitchen.
That's
I just want to make Bobby some waffles right now.
So that's the game of Real World. I personally love that. So I'm just going to give a bonus point to the red team out of nepotism. Let's go ahead now and turn it over to the voting. And while the voting is happening, Marianne, any other announcements?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Comedy Sports can help out your business or organization with training, with private shows. We do them virtually, and we can discuss options for in-person. That would be something that we need to work on some details for. If you want to find out more about that, you can go to portlandcomedy.com or click on the very specific link that I put in the chat for everyone.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And while that is happening and the voting is happening, I'd also like to tell you about a very special sponsor we have tonight. Tonight's very special sponsor is Awkward Segways. Oh, look at that! The scoring's done. 56% of you voted for the red team in their game of Real World. 44% of you voted for blue team. So we're going to go ahead and let's give 5 and 4. 5 to red, 4 to blue. What does that make our score going into the final round?
That's going to make our score 10 for Amy, 18 for the blue, and 19 for the red. This scoring date brought to you by the re-release of that 1970s hit, I'll See You in Court, starring Chris Crotty. Don't cross him, or he'll have to adjudicate.
Chris, I will give your team 1 point if you come on right now and re-deliver your catchphrase.
Adjudicate!
Oh, that never gets old.
That's going to bring our score to 19 for red and 19 for blue. Still 10 points for Amy. And this scoring update brought to you by spatulas. Spatulas, you'll flip over them.
I tried to get into spatulas, but it was whiskey business. Stay tuned for Grown Ups right after this. We're going to be playing tonight with the game of 185. It's a classic game. It was one of the first Comedy Sports games that I ever actually I get this, and it sparked the joy and love for Comedy Sports in me back in 2007 when I auditioned. So, I'm really excited to play it tonight, and let's bring all the players onto the field, and while they're doing that, in chat, put up nouns, occupations, people, places, things, maybe a celebrity who's not in trouble lately, people who are doing okay, like Scott Bakula. He's not doing anything wrong. NCIS New Orleans. You're right. So let's go ahead. Anytime they deliver a pun in the classic style of 185 blanks walk into a bar and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, we're closed," and the blanks say pun or punchline. Anytime it makes Jay Rambo, who will be dinging the bell, they will get the point, and so Jay will be the judge of who gets the point and who doesn't. So give you an example of it, 185 cows walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Sorry, we're closed, this is a dry state," and the cows say, "What is this, a New Jersey?" And that's how the game works. Marianne, what suggestion first?
Well, we're going to take the first suggestion for this from Rob Cap. I'm going to try that sentence all over again. Y'all ready? Rob Cat has suggested tap dancers.
That's also my new favorite vocal warm-up. So Rob Cat has suggested tap dancers. So 185 tap dancers. Players, whenever you're ready, let's begin.
185 tap dancers walking to the bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, we're closed." So they hop, shuffle, step on their way out.
185 tap dancers walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, oh, come on in. You guys are the right clique."
185 tap dancers walk into a bar and they're like, "This is our first time here. We're looking for a new routine."
$185 tap dancers walked into a bar, and the bartender said, "What'll you have? We've got a lot on tap."
Oh!
185 tap dancers walked into the bar and they said, "We'd like to order some drinks, but we hope you use real cane sugar."
All right, Marianne, let's get us another suggestion.
Let's go with teachers.
185 teachers. My headphones slipped. My mic is still on. Okay. Teachers, the suggestion begin.
185 teachers walk into an optometrist's office because their pupils were dilated.
185 teachers walk into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, we're closed. It's right up there on the chalkboard."
185 teachers walk in the bar, and one of their students is there, of age. And 185 teachers go up to the student and say, "Hey, this is off the books, right?"
185 teachers were walking around the street, and they tried to walk into a bar, but they needed assistance.
185 teachers drove their messed up car into a body shop, and the guy said, "Wow, it looks like somebody threw a can of soup into this." And he said, "Yeah, that's from a student."
185 teachers walk into a bar during the school day, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, I don't feel like I can give you a drink right now. It goes against my principle."
All right, let's get another suggestion.
We're going to go with emu, or as loyal fan Steve from Australia would say, emu.
Okay, then.
185 emus walk into an all-animal bar, and the guy says, "I'm sorry, we're just about to close." And he says, "E kidding me? E kidding me?" It's
That's time. For more of those long-winded jokes from Chris Crotty, be sure to check out Same Game at the Fresnel Theater every Thursday at 6 p.m. Bobby's tallying up that final score. We argued down here a little bit earlier tonight, so that way we could get ready for Grown Ups. But with that, we've got a few people we'd like to thank. First of all, we want to thank our attendees. You all are great. We love you. We miss you. We've got your backs. Come on. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Yeah. And also, if you're watching this, Mark, you're doing okay. Think about that, Mark. That goes to all the Marks out there.
Mark really is doing okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, we want to give a big shout out to our tech person tonight, the one, the only, my very good friend, Jay Rambo.
Rambo! Jay, you're my favorite.
Yeah. Jay, you're my favorite. We'd like to also thank our chat goddess, the wonderful Marianne Rambo.
Thank you. Yay.
And you're my favorite.
Jamie. Aw, thank you.
Oh, I wonder how that makes Jay. Yeah. And our announcer tonight, and probably the best squatter I've ever seen in a real world house, Bobby Sox Rathbone.
Bobby, you're my favorite too.
I'm already in the vents.
And what's this? We have super secret cameos from Rachel Garman and John Lascaretz. Big shout out to them for their special secret cameos.
You are also my favorite.
And with that, I think I've given Bobby and Jay enough time to figure out that final score. Let's go ahead and simulate a drum roll on your laps, your bellies, whatever you have near you. And what does that make our final score there, Bobby?
This final scoring update brought to you by Sidney Poitier Flower Delivery Service, now with expanded service to California, just in time for Valentine's Day. Sing to Big Sir with love. An exciting last chance game of 185. The red team got 4 dings, bringing their score to 23. However, it wasn't enough as the blue team got 7 dings, bringing their score to 26. Final score 26-23. Blue team wins the match.
Yes.
All right, great job, blue team, everybody. Go ahead and thank you so much for coming. And before we get called out, we need one more giant catchphrase.
Echidna!
It's from the Australian version.
This has been Comedy Sports. Please give a big hand to your players. Johanna Sweethead Lowenberg. Nick of Time Condon. Chris Echidna Crotty. Amy Zingray. Team Captain Jamie the Fool Montgomery. Team Captain Rachel Jolly Rogers. And your referee for tonight's match, Matt Do the Russell.
Stick around, Grown Ups is next. Bye, everybody!
My mother just got back from the grocery store to find a policeman at her door. I'm feeling guilty and I'm feeling mighty weak, 'cause I think I know what he's here for. You said it here was Sergeant Robert Graves. I couldn't take it anymore. I lit them to my firecracker stash, hidden down on the basement floor. He said, now, hand them over, son. I'll take them safely away. I cried, I will not do it ever again. He said, you are forgiven for your sins.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host and producer of Grown Ups, Jamie Montgomery. I said, Jamie Montgomery. Who is muted? Jamie.
What? 1 point, take it away. I'm already laughing because it's already funny to me. Thank you for watching Grown Ups. What you're about to see is two teams that's going to go back and forth. We're going to tell puns to the other team and try to make each other laugh. And Marianne is going to keep track of the points and scores. She's the judge and final soothsayer of the match.
Wahahaha, I have all the power.
So let's bring up the other panelists. You guys come on up. Please, we have John, Rachel, and Rachel. So good to see both of you, all three of you. Wait, both, 2, 3. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Nailed it.
I guess with that, we can start. I mean, you guys are ready?
All right, so y'all need to think of an order. I'm gonna have the Rachels go first, so you can decide which Rachel goes first. We'll just go in order, and I'll do points if you laugh. We're gonna start with the winner having 12 points, but if y'all get too good at this, I'm gonna drop the maximum points on this. So have a good time.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before we start, I have to focus.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Rachel, as our guest, do you want to start?
Sure, that's a lot of pressure, but I'd love to take that pressure load. I would love to take that pressure load. Yeah, I would love to. All right. I gotta go ready for it. Okay. What do you call a Dickens martini? It's an Oliver twist.
That's good. I like it.
That's more the garnish, but yeah, okay.
All right.
Don, go ahead.
Oh, sure. Hey, what did the shark say to the chunky fish?
What?
It's time to maybe scale it back.
Okay, all right, okay. Tough crowd, but okay. All right. Rachel?
Oh, right. Okay. Why did the lady stop writing her book? It hurt too much. She had arthritis.
Oh, you almost got me on that one. Almost. I was this close. What did the zebra say the first time he saw a piano?
What?
Dad?
Y'all are too good at this already.
Oh, come on.
That was pretty good.
I'm not supposed to laugh, Jamie. I'm on your team.
Yeah, if you laugh at your own teammates' jokes, then the other team gets the point. Well, Jamie, you made me the judge, so like
It's hard. All right. So just to let you guys know, I golf a lot, but I always have to bring an extra pair of pants just in case I get a hole in one.
Oh, you, Rachel! I saw that. No,
I heard that one before, but it's still funny. Dang it!
So 1 point for the Jays, 0 for the Rachels so far.
This just in, Elmer Fudd ran out of pancakes. To quote, "How waffle."
Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to bring out the big guns.
What did the magician say to his radio DJ volunteer? Is this your Cardi B?
Oh, I get it. That's good.
Jamie, that was pretty close
I got
to a
DJ
laugh.
one for you
It
when it
was.
gets back
It
to me.
was. I got a question for the Rachel's.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Are you already laughing at your own joke?
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Here we
okay,
go.
we'll see.
But what happened to the first 6 ups? Thank you, Matt. What happened to the first 6 ups?
Oh.
No. What?
In a reference to 7-Up, I now think.
Okay, all right. You'll get that one after we sign off.
It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
What did the news headline say after 50 Cent visited a new restaurant?
No.
58.
Yep. Point for Blue. I knew that was going to happen. Tied at 1 point.
58.
Circling back around to DJs for Rachel, what did the DJ's nose say to all the other noses in the crowd?
What?
I'm gonna drop it like it's not!
Oh my goodness.
Excellent delivery. Yeah, y'all are too good at this. I'm already dropping this to 10, and we may go lower if y'all don't.
Oh, God. Okay.
My mom, she just got over a cold. Like she's on the brink of it, and I can tell because I just saw her have a sneezing finale.
She's gonna drop it like it's not!
That's a good one. I like it. What's Harry Potter's favorite method of getting down a hill?
I don't know. What is it?
Walking. JK Rowling.
Rachel.
I feel ashamed inside. Right. Here's a fun math ones. Math is fun. Did you know that 10 plus 10 and 11 plus 11 are the same thing? Because 10 plus 10 is 20 and 11 plus 11 is 22.
Makes sense.
I love the hang time as Jamie got it. That was so great. So now y'all tied it too.
Okay.
Hey guys, what do you call it when Erica Badu slips on the stairs?
What?
What?
Erica Badu, 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 Badu.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
How did the Milwaukee Bucks win the NBA championship? They made sure to use sunscreens.
That's a sports joke.
I get it.
They played the Suns. Alright.
Rachel, do you have a slide chart there that you can pull out or PowerPoint presentation?
You should have prepared.
What's a sport?
So, did you guys know there are 3 types of people in the world? Those who can count and those who can't. Wow. Okay. The guns are coming out now.
Almost there. I would like to take a moment to talk about myself. I think I'm a pretty well-rounded person. If you don't know, I do improv. I also do weightlifting, event planning, fundraising, etc. Also a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. So a lot of people sometimes just refer to me as an all-purpose pan.
Did you know that Bjork, the singer, keeps bees? Yeah, but they don't make honey. They make milk. Yes, that's because they're special boobies.
Oh, that's adorable, John.
Okay.
Thank you, Matthew.
Alright. So, you know Britney Spears? She just bought a cattle ranch. And now she's got Britney Steers.
Got Jamie. All right, 3-2 in favor of the Rachels.
It's Rachel's delivery.
It's true.
Okay. How many ears does Spock have?
I don't know.
3. The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear.
You almost
Nerd
got
joke.
Final frontier. Final.
It's here.
I got that one. I was trying
Okay, good.
I can see Rachel Garman Williams hold it in when
It's the one eye. When you see the one eye going down. It's going down. All right. What's brown and sticky?
A stick.
Well, that was my punchline.
You know what, John? You actually just gave her the point. Yep. All right, the Rachels have twice as many points as the Jays right now. We got 4-2.
Okay, John.
Why did the projectionist have anxiety about dating within the theater community?
I don't know.
Because he had a projectile dysfunction. A projectile dysfunction.
Sorry.
I respect it. I had to.
In the philosophy community, it's well known that you should never put the horse behind a cart.
Rachel, are you losing at your own joke? You know what happens when you lose it at your own joke, right?
I'm just saying it's funny. The cart? Rene Descartes.
And point goes to purple for Rachel laughing.
What did Batman say to Robin before they got in the car?
What?
Robin, get in the car. Okay. All right.
Travis laughed in the background on my side, but that wasn't me. Someone else laughing. All right. Did you know that there is a city in the U.S. that's named after an alphabet race? Because you see, like, all the letters, like, they had to have a race to figure out what order they were going to be in. So L's really proud of itself because L had passed O.
Okay.
This is absolutely true. I have a friend who has an urban farm called Three Stinky Goats. One of the goats just turned 13. How do I know? I was at his bar mitzvah. He's a real man
I'm
now.
gonna get Rachel. I'm gonna give both of you guys.
It's the one eye. It's going. It's going.
It's going.
The score is dropping down to winner at 8. Winner at 8
Oh.
points.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Can I get a score update?
And the current score, yes, I will show you the score. Current score is 4-3.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Okay.
8.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Do you know which bird is the cleanest? Dove.
I was going to say Big Bird.
That's good.
I like that one.
What's red and shaped like a bucket?
A stick.
I was gonna say a stick again.
What's red and shaped like a bucket? A blue bucket painted red.
It's almost like a stick.
Okay. That was for Matt.
All right. That's joined the purple team. All right. Okay. How do you look for Will Smith in the snow? You follow the Fresh Prince.
That's good.
Jamie, you're getting close.
Yeah.
That was almost a laugh, man.
Almost.
Almost.
What's the easiest place to find a soldier when you need one? In a bathroom, when duty calls.
Rachel's just holding back. They both are.
They
Look
both
at
are
them.
working so hard. Don't lose it, ladies.
Duty.
Duty.
Duty. Duty.
With a soft T.
All right. What was the baby mathematician's first word? Data.
Okay. What do you call an everyday potato?
A seat.
A commentator. A commentator. You guys are tough.
Tough cry. So, all right. What? Okay. Why do so many priests hang out in parking garages?
Careful, man.
To make sure that no one gets repossessed.
Not gonna lose it. I'm not. Go,
But
John.
why do cannibals avoid clowns? They taste funny. Also, that white base paint, it's quite toxic.
Rachel Rogers, I saw that. Okay, we are tied at 4.
All right. Coming back.
Okay.
Okay. How does Lay's distribute their food across the world? In a potato ship.
Oh, potato.
Can't ship just one.
I get it. How do you get down from an elephant? You don't. You get down from a goose.
I mean, yeah.
I keep that in mind when I get my pillows.
All right.
Why was the broom late for school? He overswept.
Oh, the
Must
broom.
have been at Elmer Fudd's house with waffles.
Okay, right.
The latest controversy in the news involves police officers at home. It's been discovered that they've been punishing their defiant toddlers for resisting arrest. Because they don't want to nap.
Okay.
Sounds realistic.
Now we're going to Winner at 7. Winner at 7.
You guys are too good.
You're so good.
Okay.
All right, I got one for you next time.
Yeah.
How do you figure out how many minerals you have? You use a calculator.
Okay. Where do you find giant snails?
There.
On the end of giants' fingers.
There you go. Rachel. It is now 5-4 in favor of the Jays.
All right. Why can't you trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
I heard it before too. Dang it.
Jamie.
Got it.
Hey, everybody. Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse broke up. It's a long-term relationship that finally broke up. She's putting herself on the market, but she's already decided that she's going to never date Donald. He sends way too many unsolicited duck pics.
Okay, I introduced myself to a chocolate bar the other day.
Oh.
And the chocolate bar was like, hi, just so you know, my pronouns are her, she.
Oh, Jamie.
That was so good.
All right. Just a reminder, this is our current score, and there's a win at 7. So if the Rachels get one more, that's going to end the game.
I'm done. What kind of communication? What'd you say?
I said, don't laugh at your own ones, Jamie, now.
Nope, I'm not. What kind of communication does an esthetician use?
What?
Text massages. Text massages. I made that one up. I made it up.
I do like it. I do like it.
Okay.
I do like it. I enjoy it. I'm holding things. I'm holding things in. How does a non-binary pirate I didn't
Jamie. Jamie.
Rachel, please finish the joke. You've already won the game, but let's hear it.
They slashed them.
I'm sorry.
And there you go. Game win from the Rachels.
I had one more that I was going to pull out.
That's the game. Well done, Rachels. Well done, James. You were also very funny. I laughed at most of them. But y'all don't get points for me laughing because the game would be really short. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching Comedy Sports and for watching Grown Ups. Jamie, do you have anything to add while you're off camera? And
my camera's broken.
Rachel, your setup was so funny that you broke Jamie's camera. You see what you did? All right.
You broke my camera.
Alrighty, I'm going to toss it back to our tech guru, Jay, who's going to take us out. Have a great night, everyone.
Stand up, Rachel. Why?
Life is forever gone. There was so much promise.